Sometimes justice can't fight alone. Sometimes mysteries can't be solved by just one detective. And sometimes the brave and the bold need the help of the hungry and cowardly. Greetings fanboys and fangirls, I'm Erod and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. And the lesson in this video is, never say never. As most of you may already know, I am not a Scooby-Doo fan. Scooby-Doo was just one of those franchises from my childhood that I found repetitive and annoying. And I always remember looking at the never-ending string of Scooby-Doo movies and rolling my eyes, fully convinced that I would never waste my money on one of them. Well, they got me. Apparently my love of Batman the Brave and the Bold outweighs my childish dislike of Scooby-Doo. So let's do this. The plot. Batman recruits the Scooby Gang to join the Mystery Analysts of Gotham, a team of master detectives comprised of some of the greatest heroes from the DC universe. For their first case as part of the team, the Scooby Gang chooses the one mystery that Batman could never solve, the case of the Crimson Cloak. A mystery that sends Batman and the gang on a twisted journey of discovery that sends them from the halls of Arkham to the site of Batman's greatest failure. Is the Cloak an old rogue playing sinister tricks on the Dark Knight? Or is he truly a specter from his past, there to make the Caped Crusader pay for his failings? Only the Scooby Gang might be clever enough to figure it out. Or at least Velma will.
Ready, show off. Clearly.
Now, this is not the first time Scooby-Doo has crossed over with Batman. It happened twice during the Scooby movies, and once on the Batman the Brave and the Bold TV series. But that was always with the more serious version of Batman from the comics of the late 60s and 70s. So the team-ups always felt a bit forced. However, Scooby crossing over with the Silver Agey Brave and the Bold version of Batman just felt far more natural. Unlike a lot of the other Scooby-Doo crossovers, this matchup just felt elementary. Cast and characters. Guys, 99% of the actors from both franchises came back to reprise their roles. The entire Scooby Gang, Frank Welker, Matthew Lillard, Kate Micucci, and of course, Grey Griffin, who's both Daphne on Scooby-Doo and Black Canary on Batman the Brave and the Bold.
Wow, I'm a huge fan, huge fan!
Which makes Grey the actor that bridges both franchises.
Groovy.
And I think that's the perfect segue to mention that most of the B&B actors came back as well.
Outrageous!
John DiMaggio, Kevin Michael Richardson, Tom Kenny, Jeff Bennett, and of course, the Brave and the Bold Knight himself, Diedrich Bader, as Batman.
This vindictive ventriloquism ends now, you pernicious puppeteer.
As a hardcore fan of Batman the Brave and the Bold, I have to say that it was wonderful to see all the characters again, and to hear all the actors playing the voices. In fact, the only actor not to reprise his role from the series was Nicholas Guest as the Question. But he was still part of the crossover as Martian Manhunter. I don't know why this decision was made, but I'm not complaining, cause in his place, they got the great Jeffrey Combs to voice the Question, who previously voiced the character brilliantly on Justice League Unlimited.
And I never forget a face, although you seem to have forgotten yours.
Just so you know, I'm rolling my eyes.
Favorite scene? While I found most of the scenes in this crossover enjoyable, there were two scenes I found a bit questionable. There's one in which Scooby and Shaggy trick Bane and Blockbuster by pretending to be tailgaters at a football game. What?
There's no possible way that should have worked.
Just go with it.
And then there's the climax, where the Scooby Gang borrow the Bat family's costumes and equipment to help Batman and the other heroes. Now, this sequence is a lot of fun, but seeing the Scooby Gang just easily doing what Batman and his team does just felt a little insulting. Like anyone can just put on those costumes and do what they do. But ultimately, this is just a meaningless fanboy gripe, so it is what it is. So my favorite scene is when Batman takes the gang to Arkham Asylum, and Velma matches wits with the Riddler.
When you say my name, I vanish.
The answer is silence.
Ooh, I like this one.
It was just an excellent crossover moment. Favorite line? My favorite line is,
Outrageous!
actually, no, but it's awesome to hear him say that nonetheless.
Outrageous!
But yes, my favorite line is an Aquaman line, but just not that one. More specifically, it's when he tries to console Batman during a moment of melancholy.
What's in that old file of yours? Did you lose another Robin?
This line is both funny and sad at the same time, especially if you're a fanboy. Man, he goes through a lot of Robins.
Final verdict.
Yeah, I may not be a Scooby-Doo fan, and while I may still find a lot of their antics annoying, they are worth enduring to see Batman and the rest of the BMB characters one more time. And because the crew of the modern Scooby-Doo movies is basically the same crew as the one that produced Batman the Brave and the Bold, this is by far the most legit crossover in history. 10 points on the Badassitude meter! Sharpen your batarangs, open up a box of Scooby snacks, and give it a watch.